Welcome to our Hello GFC today. So this is Kaushik Alguri. By profession, I'm a senior manager in data engineering space, and by passion, I'm a health and wellness coach with Global Fitness Grand from more than 2 years. So here we have our special client guest, Balreddy, right? Balu, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, hi all. I'm Balreddy. I'm 35 years old. I'm from Hyderabad, and by profession I work into IT field, and by passion I am an health enthusiast.
Thank you, Balu. So I call Balreddy as Balu, so I'll just follow that. So Balu, let's change the style of coach client podcast little bit. So why don't we have a rapid fire question round, right? Like okay,
Okay.
so I'll just ask fastly and then you can answer. So how many kilos you lost?
I lost around like 14 kgs during my journey.
Okay, how many inches you lost?
6 inches I have lost. Currently I'm at 32.
Great. So tell me how much dosage of your thyroid medicine decreased?
Yeah, earlier it was like 75 mcg. Now it is 25. So I can say it's almost two-third of it is reduced.
Excellent. So how any other improvements?
Yeah, apart from my weight and these thyroid things, there are many other improvements. Like my blood markers got improved, like my triglycerides and lipid profile, and my fatty liver, and I have some vitamin deficiencies. Even they got improved. And just apart from these blood tests, so I can see that my frequent food cravings are gone now, and even the hunger pranks are gone now. And yeah, apart from this, even I can see my cognitive abilities have been much a lot improved.
Excellent. So the special question, how from how many days you are in your maintenance mode?
It's been like close to 2 months that I've been in the maintenance mode. And the good thing is that by just following the same things, I have even lost one more kg. So that brought to my completely my perfect BMI mode.
Excellent. So usually most of us we fear that will I bounce back? Okay, like will my weight come back? So here is an example that even in maintenance mode, someone is losing 1 kg in 2 months, right? In 2 months, 1 kg is fine in maintenance mode. Excellent. So next question: what is your mindset before program and now?
Yeah, it's like before the program, when there was health issues, I was mostly focusing on to like a temporary fixes, and I was often struggling with the consistency, and I was lacking in the confidence in maintaining the health in the long term. And there were situations like wherein I was unable to manage the things the things, and even I almost kind of gave up, and even uh, I was almost even gave up, and even I was in the kind of situation ki ye nahi ho payega mere se. Like I thought of living with those things. So that's how I have been. But yeah, after once I contacted you, and with the help of your guidance, and with the help of your explanation kind of things, so I got to understand ki all these years what I was doing is I was working on these symptoms, but the root cause of all these things was completely different. So once we start working on those root cause, so all these symptoms will get subside. So thanks to you for explaining all those things, and getting my root cause into remission. And once that is done, the symptoms what we see like overweight, thyroid, and all other issues got subsided.
Excellent. One last question as part of rapid fire. Who is the best coach in the world? I'm sure you will say Kaushik Alguri, but I want to hear it from you.
Yeah, I would like to say you, but yeah, I will say like I'll be the best coach very soon.
Excellent, excellent. See, guys, right? This is the clarity of thought after the GFC program. This is the exact reason why we call GFC programs as a wholesome programs. Welcome everyone to our client and coach podcast today. So, Balu, let's deep dive into your journey from struggling with so many health issues to now an aspiring health coach, right? Like, what led you to take up the GFC program, and from when did you have thyroid problem, and how did the GFC and your how did the GFC changed it, or like what was the health situation before program?
Okay. So to explain this, so let me get a step back, and to say that like I'm from a middle class family. So from childhood, I was saying ki education is the most important thing for us to get better. So I was I was studious boy who was studying well, got job into good MNC, and good salary, good family. So everything was looking good, and even I was more enthusiastic as a tutor to help people in their in teaching education and getting their jobs and getting more excelling in their education kind of things. I have students who got secured into job into very good MNCs, and even who secured very much good ranks kind of things. So everything was going pretty much well, but until 7 years ago, I got initially diagnosed with thyroid. It was very low in the initial stages. And they have prescribed me only 12.5 mcg kind of thing. I thought it's okay, and I thought it's okay, and it continued. But gradually, I can see that my issue was not getting resolved, and the dosage was getting increased. And just before the program, I said it was around 75 mcg. And it's not just about the dosage or the issue. I have along with this, I some other issues came into thing, like I gained a lot of weight. And apart from this, I had like back pain and very much hunger cravings things. And even I used to like literally shiver when I was in hunger. And yeah, even I used to have like a lot of sweat, all those issues. Although with all those things, I tried different ways to come out of them, but I couldn't resolve them by my own. And last year I was blessed, we are blessed with a baby child. So that triggered a point like, okay, it's now my responsibility has been increasing, so I need to take care of my health. So generally people say, right, whenever by seeing kids, I love to do anything for my kids, but for me, I'll say that, but I also say to myself ki, okay, I like to be fit and healthy for my kids to take care of them. So that was my intention. So with that, I was searching for all the possible ways, and then I contacted you. So once I contacted you, I got a hope that okay, all these things can be remissioned with the once we address the root cause. Yo, so for with that, I felt confident to start with the journey, and that's where my epic journey of health transformation began.
Excellent, Balu, right? Like from your answer, right? It's like our body gives a signal, like, okay, boss, this is time, take care of it. If you are not, I mean, if you're not taking that seriously, right? Like it would be very tough to transform ourselves in future. So good that, like, I'm very happy that you have taken a decision once you understood that signals that you need to take care of yourself. Amazing. So, Balu, like I see, like I like me and multiple of your coaches here, coaches, right? The other coaches, we have coached multiple people until today, but we see only few, people who are actually interested in knowing why we are doing something, right? Like whenever I said, I'll tell you, like, okay, in this level you do this, or in this level you do that. Like usually people will be like, okay, I'll follow this and I want results. But there are only very few people who ask, like, okay, why? Right? The why question comes from very few people, and you are one of them. So I remember, like, you used to ask me multiple questions, like, Kaushik, why this, why not that, why this, why not that, right? Like, okay, so like, can you tell us, like, why, like, and how did we, I mean, did we able to are we able to help you, or was like, is it satisfactory?
Okay, so let me explain that. So it was like from right from initial weeks of my transformation journey, I have seen some difference, like even from last from initial like 2 weeks. So I that made me very much curious, like why I am losing weight, even though I'm eating more than what usually I used to eat. Like I used to eat less to lose weight. I was not I was not, that was not happening. So when I started the journey, I was eating more than what usually I used to eat, but still I was losing my weight. That made me very curious to think, क्या हो रहा है मुझ में? So I thought of knowing like what exactly is happening with me. So I used to keep on asking you questions, and thanks for all your patience and explaining me all the things in detail. So from then on, I keep on bugging you to explain the things in detail, like why at each and every level I used to ask, put so many questions of why this works and why we need to do only this way kind of thing. And yeah, so with all your suggestions kind of thing, yeah, I got to know almost all the answers for all the things. And even you suggested some good books to read through which we can get some good knowledge. So once you suggested a book, I was almost right away and back of it to complete it. And it given me like immense pleasure while reading those things. And even along with my physical transformation, at the same time I was also getting transformed like mentally with such an abundance of knowledge. And even I feel key, While reading books, it is also kind of a stress reliever. I could manage even my stress well with the habit of reading books and even the podcast. And yeah, so this way, and even I got a very much information key, like what are the basic mistakes that we generally do in our day-to-day lifestyle, and what is the important role of nutrition in maintaining the overall health and all. Yeah, so this way I'm able to gain much knowledge, and so once you gain the knowledge, right, it will automatically encourage you to maintain that in this health and wellness journey.
Yeah, I remember few things, Balu. Like after first week of his journey, like Balu messaged me saying that in Telugu, right? Like true translation into English, am I eating to increase my weight or decrease my weight? I'm not understanding, right? Like I remember that. And the next thing is whenever we suggest some books, like Balu used to complete in 3 4 days. He used to tell, okay, next book. I used to tell, first of all, read this book. He used to say like, no, I have the notes also ready, and I'm done with the book. So that was the interest he gained, and I'm like, I can see all that knowledge coming in out now, Balu. So I know you love GFC, and I'm sure like you love your coach as well. But yeah, can I know like why do you love GFC, or why do you love coaches over here?
Yeah, that's true. I can say I'm in mad love with GFC, and the reason being that GFC is one such community which has a thing to take care of people with an wholesome health. Like so, as I said, I have some issues and I try different ways. Suppose if you go to gym, so generally talk about only exercise. They never take about this food and nutrition part. And even I have visited some top nutritionists and dietitians. So what they used to do, they just give me the diet plan kind of thing, but they never used to talk about the workout and types of exercises what we need to do. But this GFC is such a well curated plan which has all the important pillars that are being embedded into this. And thanks for all the GFC coaches to explain them in a very detailed way that is much commendable. And uh, So this way, like I have completely gained an interest to learn about all the things and about the GFC.
Cool. So, Balu, you said like GFC is a curated plan, right? Like we work on 6 pillars, correct? So, I just want to know, like, before we look at Balu's transformation flyer, I want to hear this from you that how did 6 pillars help you at all, right? Like, keep it very short, maybe. Like, we understand each pillar would have impacted a lot, but how did these 6 pillars help you in different ways?
Okay, so as I said, like GFC is a completed curated plan with all the important pillars. So coming to the first plan, like food and nutrition. So it's all about like eating right and not about eating less, right? So while eating the nutritious food, I was getting like kind of immense energy, and even I was never disappointed. Ki I couldn't eat my favorite food. So it's like I can eat whatever I want. At the same time, I can manage my meal plan and my weight plan balance very well. So the food and nutrition played an important part. And apart from this, like we have the custom workouts. So generally, we believe that workout is the same for everyone, right? But that's not true. That's what I got to know. Like the workouts will be different for each and body type. So with the help of you, I got to know like what exactly my body type is and what type of workouts suits me well. And I got the science behind this, like why those workouts actually suits me. And once I got the knowledge, I was completely encouraged to myself to stick to that exercise plan routine and do the things. And coming to stress and sleep management, those are two most pillars again. So these pillars are generally the most neglected parts for me. So because I rarely see anyone for whenever I'm looking for weight loss journey or other issues, no one has mentioned about the stress and sleep management. But once I got to understand about that, how the stress and sleep management can impact the hormones and that internally can affect the metabolism, these things. So once I got to understand those things, I was able to completely manage my sleep and stress by doing the meditations and listening to the podcast and all. So coming to one more thing, like there is a toxin-free environment. So generally, we get exposed to the toxins right from the kitchen items what we use, or generally the day-to-day lifestyle things. So with the help of you, I got to know ki, like what are the like what are the general toxins that I'm coming across, and what are the things that we need to change them. So the simple thing, like when we change the cookware in the family, it's not just about for me, but the whole family are getting benefited out of it to get a toxin-free environment. Now, while doing all those things, there was a sense of feeling that like, am I alone in my journey, kind of thing. But I was always having this in my mind ki right is right even if no one is doing, and wrong is wrong even if everyone is doing. So have that in my mind, but still I was feeling ki okay, am I the only one walking in this path? But thanks to these Hello GFC sessions, and which create the complete belongingness that I'm not alone, and there is a whole group of people who are also working in the similar way to achieve their wellness goals. Yeah, so these all the six pillars have completely helped me in achieving my transformation successfully.
Excellent, Balu. Like let's see. Like I don't know. I know many of you are looking to look forward to see his transformation post. So I'm just sharing it. See this age reversal transformation, Balu. So it's amazing. So I'm sure like you travel back by at least 15 years. So 14 kgs lost in 100 days, fatty liver gone, 6 inches gone, thyroid medicine reduced by half. This was like 2 months back, and you reduced this to more than half now. So
Mm.
excellent. So think you can, and you will exactly suit you. And I'm sure like everyone will follow that. Once you think that you can, you will do it. So Balu, I have two more questions. I know, like we have to like just keep it short. So, why did you decide to become coach?
Yeah, it's like similar to me. I know there will be some people who might be more about like running or chasing their dreams. Like I was a IT professional, and at the same time, I even have done that job of a tutor to help people, right? So that was my dream things. So I was chasing them. But I know the similar people who, similar kind of people who might be trying to chasing their dreams, but unknowingly they might be putting their health at stake. So because of this, they might be landing into the health issues. So having faced these health issues, I realized that how much difficult is it to find the right guidance. So I know I was willing to put my 100% to get out of it, but I couldn't find the right guidance. And I know the pain of the family, like if someone is getting diseased kind of thing. So unfortunately, I have lost my one of the cousin brother in the recent times due to the health issues. I know the pain what the family can go through once one is diseased. It's not just about health of one member. It's a complete whole family that will get mentally disturbed kind of thing. So I know they were willing to put 100% to get out of it, but without they couldn't get the proper guidance. I wish I would have known about this GFC much earlier to help them. Yeah, so I just want to be in that path. Ki I want to help the people around me to in guiding them in a proper way in their and to reverse their metabolic issues kind of thing for their proper health.
Excellent, Balu. So, like one last question. So, what is your dream? Right? Like everyone will have a dream, right? So, what is your dream? Like one dream.
Okay. I remember I used to say with my school friends ki at the age of 90 I want to participate in a marathon, and I want my wife, my kids to encourage me at that age while I was doing the marathon. So but I in midway I was almost lost, but thanks to this powerful GFC philosophy, which again bring back that hopes to me. Now I am really confident that I will do a marathon at my age of 90 with my wife and kids cheering for me. And yeah,
Excellent.
apart
Excellent.
from this, yeah, I wish like I want to take a client interview like you in the place like wherein I will interview my clients whom I have transformed. And I wish I win in the place of Amit, wherein I can take the health journey podcast.
Excellent, excellent, Balu. So I'm sure like I'm going to join you. Maybe you will join me in 90 years marathon, and I'm sure like 188 people in this call will join us in the marathon, and it's a great transformation, Balu. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for the patience and time.